Venting anger doesn't work. Science says calm down instead. Contrary to popular belief, expressing anger doesn't relieve it, it often makes things worse. A comprehensive review of 154 studies, involving over 10,000 participants, confirms that blowing off steam is a myth. Researchers at Ohio State University found no evidence that venting anger reduces it, and in some cases, it can even amplify it. The myth of catharsis debunked the idea that anger should be immediately expressed, like releasing pressure from a cooker, is deeply ingrained in society. However, this catharsis theory has been repeatedly disproven by science. Senior author Brad Bushman emphasized, "There's not a shred of scientific evidence to support catharsis theory." The study highlights a critical distinction. Venting often escalates into rumination, which traps you in a cycle of anger rather than resolving it. Even physical exertion, like running, can be counterproductive. Though good for health, it increases physiological arousal, worsening anger in the moment. Why this matters? The two-part nature of anger. The research is rooted in the Schachter-Singer two-factor theory, which explains that emotions, including anger, have both physiological and cognitive components. Previous approaches to managing anger have heavily focused on changing thoughts, like in cognitive behavioral therapy. This review sheds light on the often overlooked, but equally important, physiological side. The key to curbing anger isn't about what you think, but how your body feels. Lowering physiological arousal is what truly works. What actually reduces anger? The review found that activities like deep breathing, meditation, yoga, and progressive muscle relaxation are far more effective than venting. These calming tactics reduce arousal levels, diminishing anger in both lab and real-world settings. Even slow-flow yoga and mindfulness can be as effective as more structured therapies. Interestingly, some physical activities like jogging can increase arousal and worsen anger. However, playful exertion such as ball sports may be helpful by reducing physiological tension. Practical takeaways: the findings suggest simple, accessible ways to manage anger. Take a timeout. Step away from the situation to calm down. Count to 10, a classic technique that lowers arousal. Use free resources. Apps and online videos offer guided relaxation. You don't need to necessarily book an appointment with a cognitive behavioral therapist to deal with anger, said lead author Sophie K. Jervik. You can download an app for free on your phone. Ultimately, the most effective way to deal with anger isn't to express it, but to reduce the physiological heat that fuels it. The science is clear. Calm down, and the anger will follow.